Welcome back, and as promised in this last video, we are going to go through the innovation category of the business success formula. Like the branding video, this is a quick 4 minutes, so let's get going. I know you guys might not be ready, but we got to move forward because I want you guys to have this great content. Do key leader, this is innovation. Hey, there's a great book if you haven't read it. I'm a reader, I read like a book a week, business book a week. There's a great book, one of my top 5 books is Good to Great by Jim Collins. He talks about this. Did you know that 86% of the Fortune 500 companies in the 1980s do not exist today? And the one underlying factor he found in all of that is that they lacked innovation. They lacked a formal innovation department or even an innovation employee. You need to be focused on innovation. So let me ask you some questions around that. Do key leaders regularly meet to discuss future trends in the industry? Not your projects, not your company, the industry as a whole. You need to be on top of where your industry is headed. Go to Google Trends and start looking at the future of your industry before the future happens. That's how you innovate. How effective is your company at implementing new ideas and opportunities? If your employees or your co-founders don't have the ability to take and foster new ideas, then you're not going to go very far. You're not going to last very long. You're going to keep doing the same old stuff over and over again. That'll get you to a certain point, but not very far. Adaptability. Does your company learn from failures and apply lessons learned? Look, I was in the Army, and one of the things that we would do, we'd still be covered in sand and mud. Before we even got changed, we'd do what's called an AAR, an after-action review. Okay? We'd talk about our successes and our failures, what happened, where our movement's good, was the mission successful. There's no blame game here, but if you don't learn from your failures, then you'll never grow. Look, I told you I built and sold a few companies, but I've started some. I spent $100,000 on a company in 6 months of my time that I never even launched because I got to the finish line and I didn't like what I saw. Some people would consider that a failure. I consider it a great experience because I'll never do that again. I've learned so much from that. Okay? Market fit. If your product or service wasn't available, would 40% or more of your customers be very disappointed? This is not a number I made up. This is called the 40% rule. Send a survey to your customers that has one question. If we didn't exist, would you be satisfied, somewhat satisfied, neutral, disappointed, or very disappointed? If they do not answer 40% of the time, very disappointed, you need to take a step back from your ego, be humble, and figure out what you need to do to make them very disappointed. That is how you get market fit. The few companies that I've worked with, the less than 10, that this whole business success formula was developed from, all had market fit, and they were passionate about making sure that market fit was updated. All right? Is your churn rate low while striving to make it lower? Your churn rate is your ability to keep customers coming through. All right? Keep them longer. Look, here's a stat. It is 19 times harder to find a new client than to keep an existing client or customer. Do you know that? But yet every time I walk into a CFO's office, they give me the line item for here's your budget for finding new customers. Okay, where's my budget for keeping the existing ones? You've got to be focused on keeping your customers longer. That is the lowest hanging fruit to continued revenue. All right, go ahead and average your score for innovation. All right, thank you. All right, guys. We won't total up because I know you guys are probably still working the math, but the highest possible score, as you know, 45. If you got over a 40, you're an A. All right? If you got a 36 to 39, you're a B. C is 31 to 35. Average executive ranking when I give this is 37. They give themselves a B. Those same companies with those given the same questions give themselves a 31, C minus. There's an interesting dichotomy there in what the executives think are happening, what the employees are telling you are happening. All right. Thank you very much for your time, everybody. There you have it. You have just gone through a sample of the business success formula. You can now total your score for all the categories and give yourself an overall grade. And please send me that grade. You can email me at mike@mikevolkin.com. That's Volkin. Now, if you don't want to hire me virtually or in person to meet with your leadership team or staff, the other alternative is to do the self-help guide and go through it on your own. You'll get the full business success formula workbook. One is needed for each person who will be going through the exercise, and you'll get an access to an online portal which will have detailed video explanations on each question. Now with the self-service option though, you won't get access to me to work with you on each question as it relates specifically to your business, and you won't get the customized action plan that you'll get at the end once all the scores are in. Nonetheless, both options can really help you scale your business to the next level. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to helping your company grow. I hope to hear from you soon.